Hello and welcome back. I decided why not we just continue our Myst remake adventure. Now, I think in my first Myst video that I've done as of lately, like the remake stuff, I did state that, you can pretty much go in any order. You can go into any age in any order, but one thing is I should really point out. So, with all the 4 ages in Myst, you have Channelwood, you have Stoneship, you have Celentic, and you have Mechanical. My suggestion, if you are like playing Myst the first time, or if you are doing a randomize on the remake, do Mechanical before Celentic, and I will actually show why in this video. In this video, I am actually going to do Mechanical Age, and I'll show you why it's a good idea to do Mechanical Age before Celentic Age. You can do like Mechanical Age like first and then do Mechanical Age later, but my suggestion is always do Mechanical Age before you get to Celentic Age, and I will show you why this is a good idea. So without further ado, I'm Mario Mustache. Thank you for joining me. In the meantime, if you would hit the like and subscribe buttons and hit the bell icon, we'll get right started, because I know you want to. Hit that like and subscribe button. You want to see these videos. You're like, yes, this seems like good stuff. In the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Here we go. Back into Myst of the future. Alright, so here we are back again in the world of Myst. And going to load up my game here. Yes, I want to load my game. Thank you very much. So, like I say, good idea to do Mechanical Age before you do Celentic Age, and it will all make sense once I show you. Well, I'll kind of explain a little bit about the benefit of doing Mechanical Age before jumping into Celentic Age. So, of course, with the map over here where the line is pointing, that was Stoneship, and of course we did Channelwood over here. The rocket ship, that's going to be Celentic Age, but we are going to point that over to the giant gears. That is going to be our way to get into Mechanical Age. Now, of course, you're going to have to get access into there, because if I go down to the gears over here, you are going to find that there is going to be no possible way to get anywhere with that. So, we're going to have to get access into that. Actually, this Mechanical Age is pretty darn simple to figure out how to get into. Not anything super crazy. And, of course, once we get our clues that we need, I'm going to look at the Mechanical Age book, read from that. We'll do a little bit of the background story that H's has written down in Mechanical Age. Should be fun. Right, so first things first, I am going to go right to here. Alright, so 845 and 211. Alright, 845 and 211. And also, if you ever want to know, like, if you want to make sure that the tower is pointing in the right direction, sometimes you can look out this little window and yep, see little gears right there. So that's how I know that we're definitely in the right direction. Just in case you ever need to know, like, am I pointing the tower rotation in the right direction? And yeah, so that's pretty good there. Alright, so 845 and 211. We'll keep that on mind. Alright, so once we go down, we're going to go out of the tower there, and of course we are going to revert back to the bookcase. And I'm going to read from the magical story of Mechanical Age, which, yep, that one. Okay, so, there we go. Before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures. And it was. The sky here is dark and gray, and instantly it displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He is very feeble and has trouble even moving. This man has always been through very many things in this strange world, and I have learned many things from him. He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me, there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and the people had everything they wished for. The city was surrounded by 3 high hills which rose higher than the city. On the east hill of the city rested a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the post, expecting visitors to arrive from the east. The people had no means of traveling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumors of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The people grew fearful, yet nothing happened. One day, the usually sunny sky became as dark as night, and black ships appeared on the horizon. The lookout post at attempts at peace were turned away, and the sentries there were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the Foundation City were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean, and only the lookout post remained. The black ships sailed away. The man continued to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive to the attack, and in the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He also said that it was rumored that 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. I have decided, since hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save the civilization and stop this enemy's plans of destruction. I'm excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. I met the remaining survivors today, and I have begun working on a plan for protection. After a short absence, I have returned to this age with my 2 sons. They have, as of yet, traveled rarely with me, and they are understandably excited to be here. They have grown considerably since Everdunes, and it is already obvious to me that they will be a great help this time, instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. All 3 of us, along with 4 of the healthier survivors, began construction today. We are building upon the old city's ruins, which will provide a perfect foundation for our fortress. My sons have been spending much of their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I'm very pleased with their intelligence, and their creativity is refreshing to see, as they work on some small projects of their own. It has been over 4 months now, and construction is going well. My sons love the world except for its gray sky. They detest the gray sky and tell me many things they wish the sky here would be like the blue sky in Myst. The old man I first talked to tells me that the enemy is due in 4 months. I feel we will be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways, and often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing. It has been 6 months of work. We finally finished this fortress. It rests between the 3 hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level that the people experienced after the attack. Inside the fortress, I designed a most intriguing device. It makes use of a technology called holography I began experimenting with on my visits to Aspermere, something like that. It will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. The enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection for all of us. And all that, you can see what mechanical age kind of looks like from a bird's eye view. Yeah, the black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. The weapons have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. Could not help but smile as I watched the boats leave. Last night, we had a small celebration, and the old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. The old man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that the blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. I have had a healthy adventure and have begun work on a new book. Once again, I must leave. A familiar age in the search of a new universe I have begun, but first, I will have to have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of the tide. I believe in my travels. I have found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments they have long endured. I hope to return to mechanical age one day, and find the population growing and my fortress still strong. Though the sky may always be black, I am confident the people here will feel a heavier darkness has been lifted from their shoulders. Oh yeah, there we go. A little bit of a little background on the mechanical age. Okay, so in order to get to mechanical age, really pretty darn simple. Now here we go. Now we gotta change this to 245. Okay, there's, oh, that's 1. That's 2, and we're gonna let's see, that's 230. I think maybe about right there, I believe. Oh, wait, gotta go just a little back, I think. Oh, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. I think about there. Nope, hold on. That was 245. So maybe about right there. Oh, hold on. That was 245. Okay, so let's see. So that should be 230. 35, 40. Up on. I want to be that. Unless that's 1 and that's 2. That's definitely 2 right there. That was 245, was it? Or was it 235? Nope, that wasn't 235. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it couldn't be that. Nope. Hold on. Sometimes I get a little lost when I'm trying to figure out analog clocks for... Okay. Alright, let's see. 230... 35... Let's see. 36, 37, 38, 39... That's 40... 41. Yep. 35, oh boy. Okay, hold on. Let's see. 30. 35, 40. Unless I somehow got this one slightly off. Just... Oh, like, that one just might be slightly off. Nah. Let's see. I know I'll find a way to get the dang old right time here. Unless... Okay, so let's say that one's... Ooh. Oh. Alright. Oh, I know I'm gonna... Let's see. That's gotta be 250, 45. It's got to be right there. 240. It was 245. Pretty sure it was 245. Alright, on. Oh. Okay, that's probably... Okay, nope. Okay, yep. So maybe about right there and there. No. No! Hold up. It looked like it would have been about right there, unless this one needs to go just slightly, like that. Nope. Now it should go right there, and that one just do. Could have sworn it was 245, unless I'm completely wrong and I miscalculated that. I miscalculate. Just in case, I am going to head back to the tower just to make sure that I could have gotten the time wrong, which happens. It happens, so very simply we can just go straight back over here. Real quick, I know I got those, at least the 3 numbers, I remembered that. That shouldn't be too difficult to remember. Just 3 simple numbers. Did I get the time wrong? Did I? Could have. 8:45. I was off by a good few hours. 8:45. This whole time I thought 2:45. No. 221 is the 3 numbers I need. The time I need is 8:45. I was way off. And I told myself, I will remember, and then I, did not remember for some reason. A little bit of too much confidence there, and just completely down the toilet. Okay, so now we know that, yes, I was completely off there. Alright. So 8:45. 6. Should be about like that. Yep. See, I was way off. Trying to like go around and try to figure out this and that and the other thing. And alright, so anyway, now we have that taken care of. See, now we have access to that last switch. Very important. Alright, and now we must get into mechanical age. And the numbers I need is 211. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to... And of course, if you ever make a mistake, you can always flick this lever over here and it completely resets it. So it starts off at 333, and basically all you really have to do is just flick these two... whatchamacallit? These levers over here, and it will switch over back and forth. So we got 211, but we need 211, and of course I will set that. And of course you could just like back and forth if you need until you get to 211 is what we're gonna need to go for. So 322, nope. And sometimes it might take a little bit of time to get the exact numbers that you need. And you can hold down the thing if need be, and yep, so there you go. 211 is definitely the thing you need. And of course, if you want to tell, like, if you did it correct, this little gear thing kind of opens up, which is exactly what we need. Because now we are going to go into see, now the big gear opens up. Yay! Big gears open up. Alright. So now we can finally get into the magical world of Mechanical Age. That's the fun part. Alright, so here is the wonderful world of Mechanical Age. Yep, pretty much just like an island, and well, blue skies today. Looks like the people used to live here. Definitely defeated them pirates, and I really just love, absolutely love, like, how the redesign of the water looks as compared to, like, the original Myst. Like, everything they have done fully remade in this game looks amazing. Okay, so first things first, the simple things is we are going to access get the red and blue pages before anything. You do that, you look in that little chest, little board thing, and there opens a secret door for the secret red page. And oh look, there's a little letter from Akinar. Cirrus, your greed sickens me. Your desire for wealth and plunder is never satisfied. I will instruct my subjects not to pay your new checks, and you know to listen to me. Regards, Akinar. Alright, Akinar, that's cool. You're gonna be kind of an asshole. Yep. So, who's the greedy one? Is it Cirrus? Is it Akinar? Well, all I do know is one of them is hella greedy. Old ass painting. And you got these little thingies here. Of course, you can, like, click on, like, some things you can actually click on and play with in here, which is kind of fun. Like this bird thing. Yeah, just click on the bird thing. That's nothing important. Just a little fun thing to do. Nice old paintings and looks like king dude person. Anyway, okay. Now this is the little Akinar section. Of course, you can. Some things in here are clickable, like this little box thing. Oh, snake comes out. Snake. I'm a snake. I'm a silly snake. Okay, so now we're going to access the blue page. And once that is... Oh! I see how it is. Let's access into here. And of course you can open this little box here. It looks like there's a monkey's head in there. Why is there a monkey's head in a fucking box? I don't know! Akinar's crazy. Of course, electrical cave thing. Oh, hope I don't get electrocuted. Yeah, I'm worried about it. Seizure warning for people with the epilepsy. I'll put that in there. It's probably not a super long, flashy light, so I guess I don't have to worry about it too much. Hopefully not. Okay. And, of course, this is the bitch that is going to kind of coincide with doing Celentic Age, and I'll explain it a little bit once we get there. Okay. Oh, no. Missed it. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to line up this in such a way. Okay. Nope. Just one more turn. Okay. Alright. There we go. Okay. So now that is lined up. So I'm going to do one extra little thing over here. So when you go into here, you have this holographic thing. The tower rotation. Okay. So in order to use the tower rotation, we're going to flick the first switch up. And we'll start pointing it west. We'll start with that. And so there's going to be 4 sounds that you're going to have to remember and take note of. So that sounds kind of like a air pressure sound, like a psh, you know, kind of like an air pressure sound. So that is going to be step 1. Oh, let me click the button here real quick. Oh. There we go. Alright. So we are going to, since like that's actually pointing east. So east kind of makes like an air pressure sound. So keep note of that. Keep note, air pressure. Always good to have. Alright. So you click the middle button, run out of the elevator because this is where things are going to get, gonna have to do kind of a bit of remembering, but once you get the hang of it, it will be super duper simple and you'll figure it out pretty quickly. Okay. So here, now we're pretty much standing on top of that lift. And this is actually going to rotate the entire island. So now, very simple. We just pull this out for a little bit. And, okay, we're going to loosen that. And let's see. Okay, that made a ding sound. We don't want that. We want, like, that sound, like the... Oh, let's see. Nope, okay. That was back with the bell sound. Okay. So it's going to rotate it until we hear, like, the air pressure. Nope. That is not what we want. Okay. So rotate it until we hear that. Nope. Well, that's not the one we want. That's the one we want. Okay, so now that I know, the tower is now pointing east. Alright, so hopefully this will get us somewhere. So it's all about remembering sound cues in the northeast, southwest directions. Okay. Now, because this, doing this will actually very much help with Slentic Age, which is why it's always a great idea to do Slentic Age, or no, do Mechanical Age before Slentic Age. So now, alright. So now we come over here. Now we have two shapes on the right side. That coincides with 3 and 4. You're going to have to find 4 of these shapes. Okay, so it looks like we have a sideways C shape or half circle kind of, and somewhat of a square shape. Okay, so that's going to be the 3 and 4. Okay, now we have that. Now we are going to go back to the tower rotation device thing. I'm going to point it west. It's yeah. So now I'm going to take it to the west since we did east, and then we're going to point it west. Okay. And so that one kind of makes kind of a chirping sound. Yep, I would say chirping sound. Okay. So now we got to go back to the lift, and we got to rotate the tower to where we hear a chirp. So east would be like a air pressure sound, and then west would be a kind of little chirpy sound. Okay. And of course, you go into click the middle button, let the run out of the elevator. The elevator go down. Now it should be very, very simple. Alright, so now we're gonna start the rotation over here. Let's see, it's gonna hear for chirp. Nope, that is a bell. We don't need the bell yet. We need a chirp. Yep, I would say that should be about right. That's not like a chirp. Okay. So with the direction that you would have to put the island and listening to the sound cues, when I get to Slentic Age, it will you'll understand why it would be very, very important to go here first before Slantic. Yeah, always do Mechanical Age before Slantic. Okay, so now here we have nothing. But we still wanted to do that because sound cues and the direction once you get Slantic Age is going to make a lot of sense. Alright. Alright. So what we do know is that east is going to be like a air pressure, and then west is going to be like a chirp. So now if let's say we want to point it south, so go south is like a kind of like a big bell sound, kind of like a donk. So keep that in mind while we go up to the lift, which is okay. So to the lift. So okay, east's like an air sound, and then west would be like a chirp sound, and then south is going to be like a large kind of bell sound, kind of like a deep bell sound. So always good to keep these sound cues in mind. Okay, so now we're going to rotate the tower again until we get that donk sound, pretty much, I guess you can call it. Alright. Exactly like that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we got the donk sound, so now I know the island rotation is pointing south. Alright. So we have the 3 and 4 shape clues that we need. So now let me see if I can get to the other 2. Let's see. Okay. So now we know that the south, facing the south, is going to face me right back to the start of where I get into Mechanical Age. So now what I do know is I'm going to have to point it to the north. So now we're going to pull that first lever up, have it go north. Okay. So now that makes a little bell sound, little bell. Okay. So now as it stands, north is little bell sound, south is going to be a big bell sound, west is going to be a chirp sound, and east is going to be like an air sound. Like kind of sound like air leaving something. It pops a tire and it goes psh, you know, kind of like that kind of sound. So those 4 sound cues it's going to come very, very much into play in Slantic Age. Very much into play. Alright, let's see if we can hear that little... Nope. So now the tower is pointing east. I do know that. Now, let's see. Ah, see, now the tower is pointing north. So there we go. Alright. Alright, so now we know that the tower is officially pointing north. That's going to give us the 1 and 2 of the shape clues. And those are going to come very, very much into play. And of course, with randomized mode, it's not going to be the same puzzle solution every time. And if you're doing this, it's not going to be the exact same that you're seeing or what you deal with. Okay. So now we know. Got the 1 and 2. So, okay. Very simple. Half circle. Looks like a forest with the sun or moon shining on it. Half circle and square. Alright, so there we go. Now that I know the exact shapes I need. Okay, so then I'm going to have to take the tower and face it back facing south, because I very much remember south would be the start point for where you get onto Mechanical Age, and also definitely it's the point at south. It's the big bell sound. So like I said, north little bell, south big bell, east air pressure sound, and west is like a chirp. And keeping track and note of those particular sound cues are gonna make getting out of Slentic Age easier. Alright, so not the chirp. We don't need the chirp. We need the chirp. We need the big bell. Alright, so now I do know for sure that is pointing south. Okay. So south is the way to go. La-da-lo-lo-do. Alright. I'll take this down a minute. There we go. Take a little ride down the elevator. Alright, so now I'm pretty sure we are officially facing the direction we need to go. I kept note of those particular shapy apes, because in order to get the heck out of here... Alright, so the first shape was that half circle thing, and the second shape was that. And half circle thing, and the kind of that. Then you push that button, and it will fully open up the door right back into Myst Island. Just, yeah. So you have to, like, get those 4 clues in order to get access back to the Myst book. Yeah, it's, you know, unless you're playing in classic mode and you already know, like, the shapes already, you know, no biggie. But if you're doing randomized mode, it kinda, you'd have to actually, like, go through pretty much all of that to, alright, so now, here we go. Here we go, and of course, let's see, okay. So, next age we'll be doing, the last but not the least age would be Slentic Age, right there in the big old rocket ship going into space. Not really going to space, but I really like the design of how they did that one, of course. And then if you ever like just wanted to go inside of a tree, that's way down there, but nope, I already did that. Alright, so yeah, so like I said, it's always good to do Mechanical Age before you decide to go into Slentic Age. And when I do Slentic Age in my next video in this series, it will actually make a lot of sense why. In the meantime, I am going to save my game file here. Yes, I want to overwrite. Oh, of course I do. Alright, and in the meantime, I will be right with you. So yes, like I said, always a good idea to start with Mechanical Age before you do, like, Slentic Age. And that is where, in Slentic Age, that's where those sound cues and the direction, northeast, south, and west, is going to come very, very into play. And, of course, it all makes sense, lots of sense, once I get there. And you'll really understand to keep note of the sound cues and the directions. But in the meantime, I'm Iron Myst. I really hope you enjoyed this one. Of course, this one particular series, I'm going to do all the good ending and the bad endings. Because, you know, why not? Sounds like fun. Anyway, hope you hit that like and subscribe button. I will see you all in the next video. And I will say to all you good, wonderful, sexy, gorgeous people, adios. Love you all. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for watching. Have a great one. Love y'all. Adios. Goodbye.